A very good morning to all of you. Welcome back to class 6 computer science, and as we are going through chapter 11, and in the last session of the class we have discussed few of the important tags which can be used in the HTML, okay, like sub tag, super tag. Then we have discussed about bold, italic and underline. We have discussed about line break, that is BR tag. Okay, now we move forward and we will discuss about few more tags which can be generally used in HTML, which are the basic tags. Here in the continuation of the last class, the first tag which we are going to discuss is heading tag. Heading tag. Okay, the heading tag is generally used to present any particular sentence or the word in a different fonts. It enables us each heading displays the text by using the different font sizes. Generally, the HTML allows 6 different types of heading labels. Okay, generally the heading tag is represented as HN. It is represented like this. Okay, HN, or where n, the value of n can be from 1 to 6. The value of n can be where n equal to 1 to 6. It can have any value. It can be H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. Okay, it can have any value for the n belonging, and it can vary from 1 to 6. Okay, so HTML gives us the 6 different labels of heading option, 6 different labels of heading options, and each one having by default the font size. The font size for each label is already been defined in the HTML code, and just you have to give the value for n, and according to that particular value for the n, the web browser will display the text in the particular font size specified there. Okay, like where the 1 is greater, if you write something like H1, if you use H1 here, text, and then you close the H1 tag, then, and if you use H6, you close the H6 tag, then in comparison, if you compare both of these statements, when these statements will be displayed in the web browser, the first statement will be in the bigger font, in compared to the second statement. Okay, because value of 1 is greater and value of 6 is less. So the value of n can be from 1 to 6, but as you move from 1 to 6, the value of font size decreases. The value of the font size decreases. Okay, as suppose this is n and this is the font size. This is font size. So this is 1, this is 6. As you move this, okay, the size of font size start decreasing. The font size decreases. Okay, if it is 1, it is displayed in a bigger font. If you use H2, it will be, in comparison to H1, it will be smaller. So it goes on decreasing, and the H6 is the smallest font size which can be used in the heading tag option. Okay, so to represent any heading or to represent any text, the heading tag can be used, and each heading label displays the text by using the different font size. if you want to represent or you want to write any particular sentence or word into different fonts, using different fonts, so you can use this heading tag options and it can be used to display the different tags. Okay, the heading tag is represented as HN. It can be represented as HN, or instead of N you can give the value of N also, and the value of N varies from H1 to H6. Value of N is from 1 to 6. Clear? Now, once again, the heading tag is generally used to represent or to write any or to present any text or a sentence in the web browser into different font size. If you want to display it in a using different font size, you can use the heading tags, and by specifying the value of N, that the value of N is from 1 to 6, you can use the heading tags and you can display the different sentences or different words into different font size. Okay, the next one is HR tag. Next one is HR tag. It is also known as horizontal rule. It is also known as horizontal rule. Okay, and it is generally used to draw the horizontal line through a part of page or to divide the page into two sections. Okay, if you want to draw a blank line, if you want to draw a horizontal line in between on your web page, or you want to divide your web page into two different parts, you can use the HR tag. The HR tag is also known as horizontal rule, and its purpose is to draw a horizontal line in web page. It is used to draw the horizontal line in the web page. Okay, suppose this is the part you have written in your web page, and now you want to draw a line here. You want to draw a line here. So you can use, just after this particular statement, you can write HR tag. You can give the HR tag here, and when you will open it, the particular HTML document in web browser, you can see the horizontal line will be displayed here. Okay, so this is the purpose of using the HR tag or the horizontal tag in the document. Clear? The horizontal tag is generally the empty tag. It is the empty tag, so we do not need to end or close the tag here. We can only write the starting one. So syntax for using the HR tag is just you have to write HR, and it will automatically draws the horizontal line in your HTML document or in your web document. Clear? Now there are different attributes of HR tag. There are some of the different attributes of HR tag, and these attributes can be used to specify, generally used to specify the length of the horizontal line which you are drawing. It will be used to specify the length of the line, then width of the line, what will be the thickness, width will be decide the thickness of the line, and then color attribute is there, through which you can specify the color for the line. By default, everything is in black color, but if you want to draw any colorful line, you want to color that particular line, horizontal line, you can use the color attribute, you can specify the color and you can use it. Or there is a fourth attribute, that is no shade. There is a fourth attribute of HR tag, that is no shade. No shade is generally used to specify the horizontal rule should render in one solid color. It will only use any solid single color. Okay, it does not have a multiple colors, or it will not have a different colors for the represent the line. It will only use one solid color. So there are different attributes. So we will discuss about the attributes of HR tag. So the attributes of HR tag. The first one is size. The first attribute is the size attribute. It is used to specify the height of the line. Okay, what will be the length or the height of the line? Okay. Then second attribute is width. Width attribute is generally used to specify the width of the horizontal line, or you can say you can increase or decrease the width, that is the thickness of the line. It is used to specify thickness of the line, and it is mentioned in the form of percentage. It is mentioned, its values are given in the form of percentage. That is, like if you want to make your line more thicker, you can specify here 35% or 15%, 10%, like this. You can specify the thickness or the width of the line, and the width attribute will have the values in the form of percentage. You can give the percentage as the value for the width. Clear? Then the third attribute is color. Color attribute used to specify the color of line. And the fourth one is again in the color attribute. If you want to use the color attribute and you have to specify the value of the color attribute, then the value can be given in the two forms as we are using in the PG color. Either you can directly write the name of the color, you can mention the name of the color, or you can specify the RGB code. You can specify the color code for that particular color. But as we discussed earlier, remembering the color code is very difficult. So I will suggest you to use the name of the colors directly. You can use the name of the colors directly to give the value for the color attribute. Okay. Then no shade attribute that a single solid color will be used. Solid single color will be used to draw the line. Okay, so these are the different attributes of the HR tag or the horizontal rule tag. Now once again, the horizontal rule tag is used to draw a line in the web page, used to draw a horizontal line in the web page in order to, if you want to divide your web page or your document into two different sections, you can use the horizontal line, or to decorate your document, to make your document more attractive. If you want to draw this, want to make a horizontal line, you can use the HR tag there. Okay, and the HR tag is an empty tag, so we do not need to specify any closing tag for the HR tag. Okay, now coming to the attributes of the HR tag, there are four different types of attribute. Four different attributes for the HR tags are there. First one is size attribute. The size attribute is generally used to specify the height of the line, or you can say the length of the line can be specified through the size attribute. Then second one is width. Width is used to specify the thickness of the line, or the width of the line can be decided by using the width attribute. And the value for the width attribute can be given in the form of percentage. The values of the width attribute can be only given in the form of percentage. Like if you want to make your line more thicker, you can specify 35% or 40%. If you want a thin line, you can give 5%, 2% like this. Then the third one is color attribute. If you want to specify the color of the line, if you by default the web browsers uses the by default color, that is the black color. But if you want to make it more colorful, you can use the color attribute of the HR tag, and you can specify the color for the line. And the value of color attributes can be given in the two ways. Either you can specify the name of the color directly, or you can give the value for the color attribute in the form of color code or RGB code. Okay, then coming to the fourth attribute, that is no shade attribute. The no shade attribute is generally used to specify that the single solid color will be used to draw the line. Will be only used to draw the line. No other colors will be used. Okay, so these are the four different attributes of the HR tag. Now we can see how to specify the different attributes, or how to use the HR tag. So suppose for example, if you want to use the HR tag in your document, just write down the HR, then space, mention the size. Okay, in the size you can give, and then you can give the value for the size attribute, and values can be given either like 20 or you say 30. Clear? Then again, next one, width attribute. You have to specify the thickness of the line. And the value for the width can be only given in the form of percentage. And if you want to have a thick line, you can specify here 35%. Okay. Now comes to the color attribute. If you want to use the color equal to, you can write the name of the color. Suppose shade option and you can close it. You can use the no shade option and you can close that particular tag. Okay, so this is the way in which you can use the HR tag in your HTML document and you can able to create the horizontal line. Okay, now move to the next tag, that is the center tag. The center tag is generally used. It is used to align a text to the center of the web page. Center of the web page. Okay, now if you want to write something, if you want to display any text or a sentence in the center of your web page, you want to align that particular sentence or word into the center. So as earlier also we have discussed the tag which has the option to display it in the center, that was the when we have discussed about paragraph tag. Okay, when we have earlier discussed about the paragraph tag, in the paragraph tag also we have the attribute align. For the key tag we have the attribute align, and using the align attribute we can align the text or the paragraph into 3 different positions: left, right and center. But without using the paragraph tag, if you want to align anything or you want to present it in anything in the center of your web page, you can directly use the center tag. And the syntax for center tag is start with center and then as the center tag is container tag. You have to remember that center tag is container tag. So you write it like this: center, and write the sentence and then close the center. Close the center tag. Or suppose example you see, you have written center, you write here LFS and then close the center tag. Now this particular word, the LFS, will be displayed in the center of the web page. So the purpose of using the center tag is used to align a segment of text in the middle of the web page, or to align a text in the center or the middle of the web page. This is only the purpose of using the center tag. The next one is base font. Now the next one is base font tag. Now there are 2 different tags which can be used to change the font size, font color and the font style. Okay, if you want to change or define the basic size, color and the face of the text. Okay, if you want to change the font size, font color and the font style of the text which you are using, can be defined by using 2 different tags. In earlier also when we are discussing about the attributes of the body tag, when we have discussed about the different attributes of the body tag, we have discussed about the text attribute. Where the text attribute is only capable of defining the color for the text, will be able to define only the color of the text, and that particular color will be applied to whole document together, will be applied to the whole document together itself. Okay, whereas this base font and the font tags can be used separately. This can be used separately. Again, then why we use two different tags for same purpose? The reason behind using two different tags for the same purpose is that the base font tag can be only used once in your document. It can be used only once in the whole document, whereas font tag can be used as per your choice, and it can be used any number of times you want. You can use the font tag in your document. If you want to change the color or the font style or the font size of each and every paragraph, if you want to change the font size, font color and the font style of each paragraph differently or each sentence differently, you can use the font attribute. But altogether, if you want to apply the same effect, font effect to whole document, you can use the base font tag. So the basic difference between the font tag and the base font tag is that the base font tag will be used only once in a whole document. It can be only used once, whereas font tag can be used at any number of times you want. Okay, so the first one is base font. Base font tag. It is used to specify the size, color and style for the font of the text, font of the text in web page. It can be used only once in whole document. It can be used only once in the whole document. Now, the different attributes of the base font tags are: the first one is size attribute, then color and the face attribute. Size, color and the face. The size attribute is used to change the size of the base font, and it determines the document base font size. The default value of it attribute is 3, but it varies from 1 to 7. Now the attributes, if you talk about the attributes, the first one is size. Defines font size. Font size. It values range is 1 to 7. 1 to 7. But if you do not specify the value for the size attribute, if you are not defining the size attribute, the computer will by default take it as a 3. 3 is a default size of the size font which can be used in the web browser. But if you want to increase or decrease the size of the font, you can use the size attribute of base font and you can define the size according to as per your choice. Then comes the color. It is used to change the color of the text. Color attribute defines color of text. Color of the text. Third one is face. The attribute is used to change the type of the font of the HTML document. The third one is face attribute. Defines font style of text. Defines the font style of the text. Clear? So these are the three different attributes of the base font tag. The first one, size, used to define the font size and its values ranges from 1 to 7. Then color, used to define the color of the text, and then face defines the font style of the text, and it can be used as separately. Again, the base font is the empty tag, so you can define it as like example base font. Then you can define size equal to, suppose I define 5. Then you can define the color green, and face calculate. You can close it. You can, or you can say face, Arial or Calibri, anything, any face or any font style you can use. Okay, so this is how you can use the base font tag in your document. Okay, now the next one is font tag. The next one is font tag. Font tag, the purpose of using the font tag is also same as of the base font. It is used to define the size, color and the style of the text, but the difference is only that the base font can be used only once in a document. The base font can be used only once in a document, whereas the font tag can be used as any number of times. You can even, if you want to change the font size or the color of each and every paragraph differently, or even every sentence differently, you can use the font tag at any number of times. You can use it at any number of times. It is also used to specify the size, color and style of font for the text, but it can be used as any number of times. Now the attributes of the font tag, tags are: the first one, the size and color attribute. The first one is size and the color attribute. The size attribute is used to increase or decrease the size of the text, whereas the color attribute is used to change the color of the text. And the value of size is defined from 1 to 7. Clear? The value of size can be from 1 to 7. Okay, now the example you can see, the syntax or the example of using the font size, the font tag is that you can write font, then you can define the size equal to suppose 5 and color green. color equal to red. Again write the next sentence. So even you can use the font tag as many a number of times you want as per your choice. You can even use for each and every sentence, but the base font can be only used for once in a whole document. In same way, if you want to change the face or you want to change the style of the style attribute, you can use face attribute. You can use the face attribute. You can specify the style like Arial. Close it. So you can use all the three attributes together. So this is how we can use the base font and the font tags in your document. Okay. So this is how we come to the end of this chapter. And with this only we have completed our syllabus for the half yearly exam, and I will give you the exercise parts of this chapter, and you can complete your notebooks and you can submit it to the school office as soon as possible for the correction, and you can prepare for your upcoming half yearly exams. Okay, till that time, thank you and have a very nice day.